Welcome. I'm David.
I'm Lindsay.
And this is Desmonds.
Okay, so this is the 20th of August and it's the first full day of the holiday and we're at St John's Kirkyard car park and this is heading up towards the Kirk. So we've already had torrential rain, although looking at the ground you wouldn't believe me. It might get a bit windy in places, and I'll take you along to the Kirkyard and show you what we can see. So bear with us. David's in the van. Oh, butterflies. So you've just got me. And we'll see what we can waffle about today. There's birds on the goldfinches. Birds on the wires. And it's quite warm, although the weather is now turning. It's getting more autumnal. Hey, that's a big word for a Saturday, isn't it? Especially when you're on holiday. So, there's the bay. This whole area is called Gamrie. Forgive me if I've said that wrong. And over there, if I can get you in a bit, that's Gardenstown. And over in the corner, that's Crivy. But that's where we're at the moment. I'll switch you off and put you back on when we get a bit closer. And here is us again, still walking towards the Kirk, but under the shades of the trees. So coming this way, you'll get to the point where you can actually see the whole of Gamrie Bay, with Crivy on one side and Gardenstown on the other. I have done the walk previously from Crivy to Gardenstown and back again. Gardenstown's not too bad. It's the hill back up from Crivy that kills me. It's quite steep and quite hard. But we're not there today, we're here. And yesterday, someone that we met through doing what we do with Desmond and wild camp, boondock, dry dock, call it what you like. We met in Cullen a few weeks ago when I was in Cullen for a work colleague's wedding. We got chatting, and as you do, and they've been up here for quite a while. They're living in their van, which is what David wants to do, and they went north and then they came back down here, and yesterday Seafield Estates put up a no overnight parking slot at Cullen beside the pet cemetery, which to all intents and purposes means we've lost that camp, which I'm pretty upset about because it's my favourite. Oh God. Hello. That's fine, you keep barking. Bloody dogs. So, to all intents and purposes, Cullen's now a no-go area. I've heard different stories as to why, but mainly it's because motorhome campers, self-builds, call them what you like, we've all been tarred with the same brush. A few have spoilt it for the rest. They're saying that they're going to organise an afer. The planning permission's been approved, but I ain't holding my breath waiting for it. These things cost money, and money's one thing that there's not a great abundance of at the moment. So I'm not sure how the local businesses will feel knowing that they're going to lose income from potential campers being there, spending their money in the local area. David and I feel that if we go somewhere like Cullen, rather than giving it to the big corporations like the Caravan and Motorhome Club or the Camping and Caravan Club or whoever, who swallow up your money and God only knows where it ends up, we'd rather give it to local businesses and keep them going and employing locals. But apparently not in Cullen, not anymore. So hey ho, rant over for the time being. So there you go, there's Kirby in the far distance and Gardenstown closer in. And apparently the dog that was barking is only a young pup, and is basically just saying, you can't come here because I'm here. I've made friends now. Pups will be pups, and Lindsay will be Lindsay. So I'm going up the hill because you get a better view of the bay from the top. And sees the man's been round cutting the grass again. No idea if we'll see him this time or not. But apparently him and his wife live in Gardenstown and bring their dogs here to walk every day. And the last time I saw him, he broke one of his rotors off his set-on lawnmower. And sorry for the huffing and puffing, but this is actually quite steep. So, but the sun's shining, it's getting warmer, and I'm going to regret putting my fleece on, but at least I can take it off. And because there's a little bit of wind, thankfully, so far, no midges. There you go. How's that for a view? And there's the old Kirk. Oh, it's left a bit. Right, I'll switch you off and try and get my breath back. There you go, Gardenstown. Sorry, that was a bit quick. And over in the bay is Kirby. which was started after the Highland clearances. The people that were chased off the land were told they could work, they could live there, because basically it's a strip of land and then you've got the cliffs behind it. And they had fishing boats and they went out fishing. I'm not quite sure what the houses looked like when they first got there, but I'm sure they weren't that substantial. And now everybody wants to have a holiday in Kirby. It is a beautiful little village, but basically it's like one row, possibly 2 rows deep. There's no room for cars down there apart from the far right corner. Everybody has wheelbarrows, trolleys or something at their door, because that's the only way they can get their shopping in. And it is just quaint, for the want of a better word. And long may it continue that way. The last couple of times we've been there, there's been building work going on, so I'm sure that they're trying to improve their lot. But even getting the building supplies down there must be a nightmare. There is a car park at the top of the hill for visitors, and people park in there. We've parked in there and then walk down. The walk down is gentle, the walk back up is a killer because it's quite a steep hill. And you can walk along the coastline from Gardenstown to Kirby, which I have done, but it's not very safe in the winter due to the threat of landslides. But this is the view from where I'm at. I'm not going any further on there because basically the path disappears and I haven't got my walking boots on, I've only got my sandals on, and I'm not taking the risk. Plus I really don't want to find another tick bite somewhere, although I do now have tick removers in the van, proper ones, so I'm kind of hoping having it stops me ever getting another one. We'll see. So there you go, that's the view as I see it. As I said, day 1 of the holiday. And here we are at the kirkyard. It always fascinates me as to why they have the skull and crossbones on headstones, but apparently it was quite popular. In years gone by. And there you go. There it is. I'm not sure, most of these headstones should actually be lying, standing, or whatever. I always feel very wary walking around these places because I'm standing on somebody's grave. And I don't wish to be disrespectful. Obviously this is no longer in use. I believe it's quite a climb from Gardenstown up here. I've never done it. I think I could get down, but I don't think I could get back up again. And carrying a coffin up here. My goodness, they must have been hardy people. Because you certainly couldn't get a hearse up here. I think even a horse-drawn carriage would struggle. But maybe they didn't. But the cemetery's now in Gardenstown somewhere, no idea where. And this is a Commonwealth War Memorial, because somewhere in here. There we go. Here's a young lad. John G. Morrison, Lieutenant 6th Gordon Highlanders, who died at Templeton House Hospital, Roehampton, London on the 19th of August 1917, of wounds received in action at Beaumont Hamel on the 4th of November 1916, aged 29 years. So it took him almost a year. Poor soul. And he must have come from round here. So that's 105 years ago. Almost to the day. What a waste. Oh, we can still get inside the Kirk. There's terrace fencing up in some parts. But they must have been quite short people. Or possibly it was done on purpose so your head was bowed when you came in the Kirk. I'll never understand why human nature is such that you actually take more care of your dead than you do of your living. That's just me. It would have been a pretty small congregation considering they have gravestones inside the kirk, so possibly these were put in after the kirk was closed. But obviously the laird, the lord, the chief benefactor of the actual kirk, his remains would be interred inside the church for whatever reason. That's it. That's the kirk.
Thank you for watching Desmonds Donders. And remember, please take nothing but memories and leave nothing but tracks. Please subscribe and ring the bell for notifications, and hopefully we'll see you next time.